All right, did you guys see this? This lady was in an accident, and then she woke up with a Chinese accent.
We need to verify the accent.
Is this recent? No, this is old.
Sounds legit to me.
It wasn't until I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital, she actually said, "Are you aware of the way you're speaking?" And I said, "Oh, I sound like I have a slur." And she said, "No, you sound like you could work at a Chinese restaurant." I said, "Yeah, you look good working the local China house or something."
Sarah was an IT specialist until a severe migraine, bordering on a stroke, brought the syndrome on.
Crash.
Crashed.
Okay,
getting worse.
let's try
Getting worse.
reading.
You wish to know all about my grandfather.
Hey, this ain't the first one though.
No, there's so many of these
Yeah,
ladies.
there's a ton of them. Yeah, there's a couple of these. But they're all
So
like,
many of these fucking white ladies speaking Chinese.
It's an epidemic.
Dude, I would love it if she was trolling.
Crash at the.
just mental, dude. That's fucking nuts.
I like that she's reading too. It says crash, crash at the ni hao. Okay.
It's the ultimate way to do it. If you're a big whitey and you want to be able to do this, this is how you do it.
Does this ever happen to men? Only women this happens to? I've only seen it happen to women.
I feel like we could make a compilation now of white people waking up, and it's usually like British.
That's true.
They
I've seen-
wake up from like a fucking accident, and then they become the Chinese.
British white women wake up and become Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese.
Yeah.
What if it's something like they already have like a Scottish accent, and it's a little tweak, and it sounds Chinese?
Is Scottish that close?
It could be like if you just, it's one of those, what if it's adjacent and you just got to make a few degrees of like twists and it sounds Chinese?
Are their food choices different now too though? They're like,
Apparently, she's eating wontons and stuff.
yeah, they want wonton.
For some of the reason, I want to have a dumpling.
And it's not like the good shit. Like, she doesn't know what shabu is. She probably just wants like the racist, like orange chicken shit.
Yeah. We need a documentary to follow her and see if she slowly becomes more like Steven Seagal. Now she's just wearing Chinese clothes everywhere she goes. And has her, yeah.
Standing like this all the time.
And start shadowboxing?
Yeah.
Okay,
You know, Steven Seagal's Japanese is fucking good.
Yeah?
it's better than his Russian.
I thought he would pretend to like speak certain languages because that's kind of his character, right? Or like speak with a horrible
He
accent.
does this Louisiana Bayou thing for some reason.
Because the cop show,
Yeah. That's how he talks now.
he started
Yeah.
like code switching into a black man.
Yeah. Louisiana Bayou guy or whatever.
No, but he was in it was a Japanese documentary or something, and he just starts busting it out, and I was like, what the fuck? It sounds like almost native.
Like he studied in Japan? Like it sounds like that. Like he grew up.
Yeah, I thought it was bullshit. Like he says he had an Aikido master that was Japanese and all that, but like, you know, like you could lie a lot in the 80s and 90s about like his martial arts history. Like Frank Dukes and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, bullshit.
In the first like dojo in Japan, he was the first foreigner to open a dojo or something.
He could be, man. And then I found out that he had like a Japanese wife and shit, and I was like, oh my God. But he doesn't speak with a Chinese accent though.
Yeah. He just speaks actual Japanese. Yeah.
My very first time, I might have mentioned this a couple years ago. My very first time getting high in college with Victor, by the way, we got super fucking faded. Like, just went to some random dude's house on 420, and then your first time smoking, like, nobody ever tells you how to smoke the right way. So you just trying to be all fucking manly and think like, yeah, I'm gonna rip this, and you're just coughing like crazy. Everybody's passing around, people are laughing at you, you know, and you're just like, yeah, you'll hit it again. Oh, your highs are faded, right? Glossing, crying. And then when I got like super faded, again, I've never experienced this before. I couldn't stop speaking with a Texan white Southern accent.
What?
I swear to God. And I just could not stop.
In Irvine.
Yeah, in Irvine.
Funny, or because you were just doing it?
It was just happening, and then people were laughing, and then I was trying to not, but I kept doing it, so I would laugh, and then I would.
Can't stop talking.
I swear I can't. It was exactly that.
I'm voting Republican.
I wasn't saying white content. I was just speaking with an accent.
You got possessed by Cletus.
Yeah, but it could not stop happening, and that's what made me, like, I was saying it, laughing and crying at the same time.
Let's say
It
your
was
mom called and you
ridiculous.
picked up the phone. You would still be in
I would have just stayed like that, and it stayed for like 20 minutes. But like I couldn't stop, and I was trying to. That's what made it hilarious. But I can not
can
relate.
relate?
Not relate.
You can relate.
But maybe a little bit like understand that some weird fucking neural to mouth muscle fucking connection.
What if they gave you that test? The paper says hello, howdy, howdy. I can't say it. Hello. Howdy.
Outside of being high, you could still do that accent voluntarily if you wanted to. These people are saying that they have no knowledge ever of what even Chinese shit sounds like, and
Yeah,
they just
it doesn't sound
magically can
Chinese.
do it.
Did you start telling your friends to go back to their country?
I was telling myself in the mirror.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. I was trying to get rid of it by telling myself to go back.
I stand 100% by the fact that every single one of these people that does that is mentally ill or something.
And do you think they secretly wanted to?
To be,
I think
they are literally mentally ill afterwards. Like that's what happened.
It sounds like she can't hear it. So she just thought it was like, oh, I guess I'm speaking a little different. But then she didn't notice that she sounded like that.
You know, it reminds me of is like, I know this is like kind of like a little bit on the line, but people with Tourette's that become influencers, and then every time they're public speaking, everyone wants them to have a Tourette because that's why they're there.
So they amp it up.
Of course, they end up getting a Tourette at that exact moment. It's like if you go on a show and they're interviewing you about this accent, of course you're gonna do it. Like you're not gonna have one of those moments. You know what? Today I just don't have it. Come on, bro. Like really, you think
It
you think
becomes their character.
Yes,
Like,
what
I'm
I'm
gonna be on
saying,
TV
like,
for this shit.
I think all of them are goofing, dude. Because how the fuck we don't see, how many fucking Chinese and Indian people are in the world? None of that happened to them where they have an English accent.
That would be
from a
sick,
car
though.
accident, and they're crashing more than they are.
Yeah, way more.
The population's heavily Indian and Chinese.
Randomly assume that a Chinese and an Indian person trying to mock a regular American or English accent is more difficult than American or English person
more
trying
difficult?
to.
Yes.
Have you ever tried to talk with the British accent for even like 45 minutes? You get a headache, dude.
Yeah, so imagine imagine your mom trying to sound like an American or speak in a British accent.
My mom has tried to sound like DMX before.
Explain.
No, because I used to listen to like hella rap, and my mom's always like, "Why are you always listening to the?" She's like, "Why are you always listening to that?"
What if it's actually happening, but we just don't? We don't see it because it's in Chinese. So they're on Chinese TV with an English accent.
Or imagine a Chinese person gets an accent and speaks perfect English. Now you're just intelligent and successful. A British person suddenly has Chinese accent. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Saying because it's very hard. There's people that are Chinese that study English for years and years, and they still sound fobby. But the bar for sounding Chinese is so fucking low.
No, but what's happening is that their Chinese now sounds like a foreigner that learned Chinese.
If she went to China,
Oh yeah.
if she went to China with this accent, do you think she'd get her ass beat?
No, I think people would think she's mentally ill.
I'll get on TV too.
What if she went to like I know, like a college here, like a university here with hella Asians?
Irvine.
To China, they'll be like, "Oh, she's speaking perfect English."
We should have learned from her.
Her more. Yeah.
Honestly,
Perfect English.
because I notice when I speak to my mom, I try to like Chinese it a little bit, and it's easier for her to understand what I'm saying. If I'm just speaking regular English,
Or you're like, hey mom, I got in a crash at the.
Fob.
I have to.
Can you like give us an example?
I'll dumb down word. Like if I'm with you guys, what do you guys want to eat for lunch, right? Like everyone understands. But then if I go like them, I'm like, oh, so fast, right? So I have to go, what you eat for lunch, mom? And then she'll be like, oh, noodle, you know?
Wow.
Funny to me is when people talk to foreigners and they don't change up the speed or words, they just go louder.
Oh yeah.
Like, have you seen? Like, I see it all the time. Like, they still speak it. I'm like, use few words and go slower. But like, they just go fucking louder and they say the same statement.
Have you ever seen that thing that French people do that everyone's pissed off at? You know, like if you say a French word just slightly wrong, they're just like, "What are you saying?" Like they make
Like
a
they
big
can't even
fucking deal
understand.
about it. But then, like when they're speaking in English and it's all like Frenched out, you still talk to them like normal.
Yeah.
Like you, as an American, you're not like, "What are you even saying?"
Like when you have Japanese,
Fuck French people.
I know.
when you got Japanese tourists, don't you have? Like, doesn't it help them if you kind of like dumb down your English a little bit and make it like slightly Japanese?
Yeah, for sure. Like you use few words, use simple words.
Macadonado.
Yeah, that's like duh, right? But like Yeah, there are people though. They never interact with foreigners. I realize. So then, and then the funny thing is, old Japanese ladies that come to America, they'll do the same shit. Well, they don't speak louder, but they'll speak Japanese to everybody as if they could understand.
Like they should know Japanese.
But they're not even doing charades or anything. Oh. They don't want to interact with foreigners, so they just keep talking.
Do you ever have white ladies come in and they're like, matcha? What's matcha?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah,
Like, can you explain what it is? What is it?
I think they say matcha.
Bro, for some reason, boomer white ladies are so fucking weird. Like they'll come in and they're like, "What's matcha?" Right? And then they'll taste it. They're like, "I don't like that." And then we're like,
That's your whole business, dude.
"Okay, what do you want me to say? The fuck you want me to say?"
Oh, I'm fucked then.
Yeah. And then we actually had to train like our Gen Z like kids like how to deal with boomer white
Yeah.
that don't interact
Boomer
with like
sensitivity.
yeah stuff. Yeah.
You should just tell them like, yeah, but when you drink enough, the high that you feel.
Or just tell them it gets rid of wrinkles.
No, they'll be like talking to their friends. They'll be talking shit right in front of your face. Like, no, like they don't care. Like they don't care if you're working or nothing. They're just like, excuse me, I'm standing here. And then everyone's fucking working and shit. It's crazy,
Damn.
dude. Like I was like, okay, so this is the kind of white people everyone's talking about.
Yeah. That's why there's that picture of you all defeated at the register. Have you seen that photo?
Like, it's
where he's
so
just
crazy.
like